So this is my humble brag moment, I'll say. First of all, hello. Hopefully everyone, you all are doing well during this time, this season. If not, shoot me a comment down below. My information is also in my YouTube, is it bio or information if you go to my page. So definitely check that out if you have some things you need to work on. But here's my moment of humble brag. Is sometimes when I work with people of varying degrees of things, whether physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual issues, they're maybe used to doing something for some time, especially people that might be taking pills for depression or anxiety. They feel so great after the first session, and then sometimes after the first session, there's been times that people haven't needed any more sessions with me before because they're great. Things are going well. I realize that I'm attributing it to me, but it's also more than just me. Because I like to think about this in the sense of like flowers. The people that I work with are like flowers. And the skills that I know, that I've been taught, that have either come to me, downloaded, or that I've been taught through various teachers, to me is like the water. And I consider myself to be the spout or the hose. In order for flowers to grow and do well, you just can't have water with no direction or no control over how much water goes over the flowers, right? You need to have a spout or a hose. The same way, you can't just have a hose or a spout. You also need to have the water so that the flowers are also growing and doing things well. So I find that I am more of the hose. Hose. Okay. And the things I've learned are more of the water. But then there's this other element that I think also goes beyond teaching and goes beyond the knowledge that we think we know. And there's this other element of connection, of energy, of divineness, which is the sun. So I like to say that the work that I do, yes, it's me, I'm a part of it, but I'm just one part. There are other parts to it. Anyway, people that I've worked with that have said stuff like, oh my gosh, I feel so great. My depression hasn't come back. My anxiety hasn't come back after the first session or a second session, and they've had it for such a long time. And they go, okay, I guess it means I don't have to take my pills anymore, right? That the doctor gave me. I'm like, no. Still consult with your physician and your doctor. That's important. Because I believe that the work that I do, it is complementary to the stuff that people do in the clinical setting. Clinical folks might think different. And even some other people in my realm think different too, because there's been times that people have told me that work in the space that I work in. They say, yeah, I tell them, stop going to see their doctor, just do natural things. And I'm like, that's not helpful. Like, we need all to really make things a success. It's make people well. It would be great if in the same way I tell people, oh, go see your clinician, right, to do updates and upgrades and make sure everything is okay. It'd be great if the clinicians could then say, oh, go see your wellness practitioner, go see a holistic wellness person, go see your medicine man, go see your naturopathic person, to also make sure you're well, because it all works together. Just like saying, oh, all you have to do is focus on the physical body. That's it. You're good to go. You're going to be doing great in life. And that's not true. Focus on the physical body, go to the gym, work out, do all this stuff. But if you're not working on your mind, increasing yourself, going to school, taking classes, connecting with other people, if you're not doing things to help cleanse your emotional state to be better, if you're not doing things to, relieve yourself of mental distress that we experience on various levels, you're not going to be great, right? So, it's more than just one thing. So I like to think about this work as like a nice meal, where it's like your clinical doctor, your medical doctor, those are the people, you go sit down, you have a meal, And those are the people where it's more like, okay, you have meat and potatoes, right? For dinner, meat and potatoes. Ooh, yeah, delicious. But if you keep having meat and potatoes every single day and nothing else, that's not very healthy, is it? No, you gotta have other stuff. You gotta have vegetables, you gotta have fruit, maybe something to drink, maybe some water. So I like to think, oh, look at the sun. Hello, sun. I like to think that the work that I do, that it is also, and you're hearing the ambiance of New York City in the background. Hearing all the ambiance of people laughing, people talking to themselves, people running, water running on the pavement, people washing stuff. So welcome to New York City, this New York City walk. And specifically in Harlem, where I'm at right now. But you need more than just those things to eat, to have a well-balanced meal. So it's important to go see, yes, the clinical person, to have all the clinical stuff, but also, yes, please see your health wellness practitioner that focuses in spirituality, that focuses in holistic wellness, that focuses in naturopathic things, because all that's important. And maybe that's more like the veggies and fruit and water of the meal, whereas the clinical stuff might be more the meat and potatoes, for example, right? But it's important to have things that are well balanced. So I would say for you, if you're like, all I need is my natural stuff is great. Like, keep doing it, but also please keep going to the doctor. If you're like, all I need is a doctor, that's great. But also check in and see if you can have other elements to also help you. More than just a doctor, more than just a therapist. Or you're also getting hypnotherapy, or you're also tapping into maybe sound bath, are you tapping into meditation, are you tapping into energy healing? All of these things are really important for us to maintain a deep sense of wholeness, a deep sense of balance, and a deep sense of true joy when things are well balanced. Maybe that's my message for today, I think. But realizing beyond all of that also, it's important too to also tap into a deep spiritual something. Spiritual texts, although yes, there will be spiritual tests too, a lot of those. Spiritual texts, spiritual talks, tapping into something that also connects you to something higher than yourself, whether you call it God, the universe, Allah, your higher self, even if it's like, I don't want to believe in any of that stuff, even if it's just, you just connect with the mountains and the oceans. Something that's higher and greater than you is important also for us to connect to. Again, to have that sense of balance and connection and joy. Okay. I think that's it for my New York City Harlem walk, with all the ambient sounds of New York City, as I keep looking down to make sure I'm not walking in any dog crap, because again, that is another thing about New York City, is that there are people just, have dogs, as you might hear in the background, the dog barking, and they don't clean up after the dog, just like I'm seeing something here. So I'm going to walk away from it so I don't step in the dog crap. So anyway, hopefully my next message to you will not be in New York City. So I've been trying to manifest, living somewhere else that I feel more connected to. Talking about connection, I feel like my connection isn't really here in New York City anymore in regards to living. Yeah, visit. There's people here that I like and love, so of course I'll come back to visit. But I think if I come visit New York twice a year, no more than 2 weeks at a time, I'm good. But it's time for me to be somewhere else. So I'll let you know where that is whenever I know. So, all right, y'all, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.